Here are the guidelines for when you're working with SSD Houdini. These are going to change a little bit throughout the year as our restrictions relating to COVID-19 change. So right now, the guidelines for working with Houdini are a little more strict. Throughout the school year, they'll get a little more relaxed and we'll be able to have even more fun with him. So you'll see at the top in red, it says Guidelines for Working with SSD Houdini, and there's a picture of him as well. We have 6 main rules that we need to follow. Number 1 says, always listen to Houdini's handler. That's going to be the adult who is holding his leash. Houdini is always going to be with a handler unless he's left alone in his room resting in his space with the door closed. We should always be safe and respectful when we're working with Houdini. We want him to have fun, but we also want ourselves to have fun. Number 2 says, approach with permission. Make sure you have permission from the school adult that you're with and permission from Houdini's handler. It might be possible that Houdini's in the hallway but is on his way to go work with a specific class or specific learner. So at that point, you might not get permission to pet him. Just wave and say hello. Number 3 says, wash hands before and after petting Houdini. This is to keep both of us healthy. Hand sanitizer is another good choice. You'll see that his handlers have hand sanitizer attached to his treat pouch, so we should always have some with us. We wash our hands before petting him to keep Houdini healthy, and after petting him to keep ourselves healthy. Number 4 says, 1 person at a time visiting with Houdini. This is because it's really hard to stay social distanced when there's more than 1 person petting him. This is definitely a rule that will get more relaxed throughout the school year as we see how our restrictions are working. Number 5 says, pet behind Houdini's ears and on his back. He loves having his face pet, but when you do that, he wants to lick you and sniff you. And we want to make sure that his slobber isn't getting all over us and on our hands, because we're not sure if that's going to be the healthiest choice right now. So behind his ears is a great place to scratch, and on his back, and if he rolls over, you can pet him on his belly. Number 6 says greet and go, so everyone has a turn. It's exactly what it sounds like. If you stay petting Houdini for 20 minutes and you're the only person allowed to visit with him, then that's going to make it unfair for the kids who also want a turn. So make sure that you're greeting and going pretty quickly so that everyone has a chance to work with him. We'll hang these posters in our classrooms and maybe in some of the hallways as a reminder, but for right now, these are our 6 guidelines for working with SSD Houdini.